Time now for your forewarned weather with Chief Meteorologist Alana Brophy.
In the weather world, we just had wet weather move through Bryce Canyon with storms, which you notice in the distance here. It was pouring on this camera just a few moments ago. We've got monsoon moisture on the move, and it's impacting the southwestern corner of the state. As we take a look at our forewarned radar, we zoom in, and you can see that swath of moisture over Bryce Canyon country, Beaver County and I-15, south of Richfield, near Manderfield, and then near Milford. As we step back a little more, moisture has filled in the West Desert and then Washington County. We're keeping an eye on that with active skies expected through this evening, and we're not going away anytime soon. A nice monsoon setup has allowed for moisture to move in with our southerly flow. We've got this upper level low that's fairly weak, but it is enhancing the storms and showers that you just saw in the West Desert, so we're watching that. Live view from Nelson Peak, our ABC4 camera, showing the cloud cover that has pushed in. That cloud cover is indicative of the moisture, and it made it all the way to the Wasatch Front. It's going to keep filling in, allowing for moisture potential to grow as we make it through the remainder of this week here. 90s, we're still underneath the influence of that high. 91 in Salt Lake, 86 is our average, so running above average, and we have since we started September. 90s on the eastern side of the state with the exception of Blanding, where a few storms could bubble up. And then look at Cedar City and Milford in the low 80s. Compare that to Delta, you can tell where the cloud cover and moisture is really filled in. St. George also running at 88. That is different, especially since they hit triple digits yesterday. Along the Wasatch Front over the next several hours, partly cloudy skies and mild conditions by ABC4 News at 10. We're going to be fairly dry along the Wasatch Front tomorrow, but a different story for others. Live view from our Black Desert Sky Cam in Ivins, temperatures in the upper 80s. The moisture is very evident with a chance of wet weather filling in tonight. Precipitation potential heavily focuses on the south as we head into our Thursday, but also extends into central Utah. You can see the higher elevations, kind of a bullseye there for the storms that we are currently seeing right now, and then again into tomorrow. We also see Kane and Garfield County getting in on that, as well as the West Desert for our Thursday. Looking at our future cast, we walk you through the timing so you're forewarned when you'll see those storms. Watch how we stay fairly active through 8 p.m. in Washington County, right on the Iron and Washington County line and towards Grand Staircase. Cloud cover and that southerly flow continuing to push moisture into Utah. By the afternoon tomorrow, central Utah with the storms, higher elevations all the way to the Uintas with the potential of storm development, West Desert, southern portion of the state, and even the Four Corners over the La Salles and Abajos. By the evening hours, we're still going, and we focus on central Utah. Southern end of the Wasatch Front in Utah County could start to see an isolated storm, but it looks like our best chance for that will be into Friday. Nocturnal activity Thursday night into Friday. Look at that in Washington County, the model picking up on it with showers in central Utah and even in the Tooele and Rush Valleys. As we head into early Friday morning, we'll get those storms popping into the afternoon as well. Peak moisture will set up for northern Utah. I'll show you when. As we look at the excessive rainfall threat, we've been upgraded to a marginal risk for the southern half of Utah tomorrow. That brings flash flood potential to possible at the Mighty 5 and all of the surrounding spots. As we check out the upper level, that high pressure pulling north, moisture's in place. We've got a large trough to our west. It's going to send a few disturbances our way. Our peak moisture will be Friday night into Saturday. Forewarning you now for your weekend. Scattered storms are expected for your Saturday with a lot of moisture potential throughout the state. Drier conditions into next week. 80s and 90s for tomorrow, still above average with storms focusing on central and southern Utah. That changes though for the close of this first week of September. Scattered storms in the south for the next 2 days, becoming isolated Saturday. Temperatures way below the average of 97. Here's the Wasatch Front, and you're going to notice those numbers in the 80s, below seasonal norms. We're dropping with that cloud cover filling in. The heat backs off, but the potential of a little activity is definitely in the forecast through early next week.
Okay, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.